Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here doing individual zodiac sign readings. This one's for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, check your North Node. And I do want to say thank you to all the new subscribers, existing subscribers, returning subscribers. Thank you so much for appreciating me, and I hope that I'm extending that same appreciation to you. So I'm jumping right into it. Spirit, what messages do we have for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the sign of Sagittarius. Spirit, what messages do we have for Sagittarius? Spirit, what messages do we have for Sagittarius? Thank you in advance. All right, first two cards, Nine of Pentacles are your current energy, along with the Hanged Man. And heart space, you have the Page of Rods, along with the Three of Cups. Possible outcome, Ace of Cups, along with the Empress. And underlying energy, or what you might not be aware of, Queen of Swords, the Tower, and the Knight of Rods. So this underlying energy to me is you've had a huge, like, spiritual truth, like something, I don't know, like, for example, for me, some of the understandings I've felt and had confirmations of on a spiritual level, really there's nobody outside of me that can, deny or they can't, nobody can justify that, outside of me, or, you know what I mean? Like, there's no one outside of me that can confirm or deny that these things have happened. Like, I believe that I met Spirit, and Spirit showed me lifetimes that I had been, like at least 3 or 4 different time periods where I had had a life in a past life. There's, it's a vision of mine. Nobody's going to be able to confirm or deny that outside of me. So this is kind of like that moment. This is for a Sagittarius who's had a profound spiritual moment of understanding, like seeing some sort of evolutionary truth, a vision of a past life, meeting of a twin flame. All of these things will start creating these huge shifts in your awareness and your consciousness. And that's with these 3 cards and the underlying energy. I feel like something has happened in that, with that. It's a truth that you now believe and hold, and you can cut out a lot of the beliefs that you've had in the past, because this new thing has completely uprooted what you believe in your reality. Something, so it's something that's, now you believe is a truth. It's completely uprooted some very physical things in your reality. And with this Knight of Rods here, it's like this was an offer that was given to you either by Spirit, in a vision, meeting your twin, some sort of epiphany. Sometimes I would just have epiphanies from hearing 2 people talking, or, sometimes putting these things together from, TikTok, these little lines together from things I remember when I was a kid, or just weird things, and then the epiphany. And honestly, my spirit guides are so funny. Whenever I have an epiphany, I hear a gong. I literally gong, and I get a line of sight into the future or into the past that will help explain what that epiphany is. Further, dive into it so it can be rooted into me. And that's exactly what I'm feeling is these 3 cards. It's just like something has some sort of epiphany or spiritual thought pops in your head, and now you're like, oh my gosh, I get it now. And it doesn't mean you get it like on, home, but just I've had several of these little epiphanies along the way, and they've gotten greater and greater and greater the more I've trusted myself and relied on my intuition and started to really go on the journey of what that meant. In your current energy, the Nine of Pentacles with the Hanged Man. This is an awakening card with an independent. This is recognizing that you've had some behaviors relying on outside sources to fulfill you physically, going to a job every day that you don't get rich, but your boss does, or the bosses do, whatever. Having that realization, like, holy shit, why am I doing this? I'm going to be stuck here in this job where I'll never be able to be so fulfilled and abundant and all that, but they are. This is really like the spiritual awakening that helps you realize you're not going to get fulfilled doing it this way. And then in your heart space, you've got this Page of Rods, and this is why I think it's just beginning. It's just new, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like, you don't know who to tell. If you want to tell everybody, but it's recognizing he's looking squarely at this Three of Cups, like, I don't want other people's opinions to make my decisions for me. Jay Shetty talks about a man named Cooley whose quote I love so dearly: I'm not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. I am a perception of a perception. And this is the revelation in your heart space, that you no longer want to be that. See, in the underlying energy, it's that Knight. This is like Spirit has given you this gift. And then here you are in your heart space looking at how that applies by, oh, well, I wouldn't just be singing in the middle of the store because I would be afraid of how people. But how many times have you just like wanted to slide into Walmart, like, start spreading the, just because you were in such a good mood, but you didn't. You refrained yourself. We should be able to do whatever we want, whenever we want, especially if it makes us happy. But we're afraid of what other people. I know that was just like a really silly example, but how many missed opportunities do we get from not feeling like our reception would be seen well? From thinking that people would think, oh, what will they think? Oh, I'm sure they're thinking this. You've missed so many opportunities from that. And this is that recognition of how much has fallen to the wayside by simply being worried about what other people would think. And then in your possible outcome, this is that recognition of where the emotional fulfillment and the loving, nurturing spring of these two cards together, to me, is, and this in your possible outcome, this is, if you keep doing what you're doing and you're just simply wanting to get out of the loop of holding back based on what other people are going to say and think, when you start recognizing I'm not doing anything wrong and I'm just trying to find happiness wherever I can, I'm trying to correct my wrongs from the past and learn from the bad things that I've done so that I can forgive myself and in exchange forgive other people and grow into a Christ consciousness, that's where this energy will take you. You will have something to gift the world with. Your emotional fulfillment will help the emotional evolution of the planet. So keep going, Sagittarius. You are on the right path. I'm going to pull an advice card from my Chapel of the Sacred Mirrors deck by Alex Gray. Spirit, what advice do we have for Sagittarius? Spirit, what advice do we have for Sagittarius? What advice is there for Sagittarius? All right. Psychic energy system. Very beautiful card. Energetic cornerstone of heightening awareness. Damn. Shifting into visionary perception. Subtle force pervading and emanating from the incandescent X-ray physiology. Chakras whirl with intonations of Sanskrit mantra, glowing, ascending vertically inside the central shaft, sprouting to a Kabbalistic tree, surrounding the atom Kadmon, universal human. Prana laces with chi. Acupuncture meridians and points operate as rivers of radiance, infused with consciousness. Quivering oceans of light penetrate all levels of being, evoking bioluminescent electromagnetic fields, and resonate with a higher spiritual template. The reflection's multi-dimensionality. I almost want to say, because Sag, did you do some ayahuasca or some psilocybin, some DMT? Maybe. I love plant medicine, and I would never guess anything that grows or comes from this planet is not illegal. Let's not make nature illegal. Again, recognizing man's law is not God's law. And putting harsh chemical pills that are, you know, have more horrible side effects than you can count into your body is not necessarily what everybody wants to do when there's perfectly good plant-based medicine out there that needs to be experimented in, and I believe holds way more pharmaceutical benefit than big pharma's pharmaceutical poison. So that was just my guess, because with this card, the multi-dimensionality, I mean, there is ways of accessing the, you know, the sleep state, and then, you know, astral projection and lucid dreaming and things like that. But the way that this is playing out, it seems like you might have had some plant medicine, which I say peace to you, Sag. I don't care how you get there, just get there. Hope this helped.